Hey guys, I'm just going live here really quickly to share with you a little bit about what the hell I've been up to the last 4 months here. So bear with me, I'm gonna just share this video really quickly with my personal page and also into my group, which if you're not a part of my group yet, this is super meta, I can see myself on the screen. If you're not a part of my IntroverTravels group yet, you can request access and I'll add you in there. But yeah, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I've been up to. And bear with me. So I've been, as many of you know, I've been in South America since January, and I'm back in the US. And so I just really wanted to share kind of about like my experience and what the purpose was. It's not hyperbolic to say that it was truly the most profound experience of my life. I spent 3 months in Ecuador, living up in Cuenca, which is at about 8,500 feet above sea level. And then I spent another 6 weeks living in Cusco, Peru, which is at about 11,000 feet above sea level in the Andes Mountains. And I went down to South America with 4 main goals, all of which I accomplished. First being to get to the Galapagos. The second was to get to Machu Picchu. And then the third and fourth reasons were to establish relationships with on-site experts in both Ecuador and Peru and the region to be able to become a better travel professional for all of you guys. And to use that experience to not only like have the knowledge of the tours and the different geography, but also to have those relationships that I think are super important and that help me create more unique activities and tours that you can't get through other travel agencies. So like when you're going online and you just see the same tours for Machu Picchu and all over Peru and all over Ecuador, it can be kind of overwhelming. And honestly, like a lot of them are just kind of the same. But with the relationships that I've developed with my on-site experts, we're actually creating like completely unique activities for you guys. And so, for example, one of my Ecuador or my Peru experts, who is based in Cusco, where I was living, he and I would actually go out hiking in the Andes and explore different routes that we can take people on in the Sacred Valley. So these types of activities, these types of things are, I think, what kind of were kind of the missing link. You know, a lot of travel agents sell the same stuff as every other travel agent, and I wanted to get away from that and to be able to provide something unique, and also to be able to speak on a more in-depth level, on a personal level, about the region. So when I'm talking to clients, it's not just a theoretical like, oh, I went to Peru for a week and I did a couple of site inspections, and it's pretty common in the travel industry to just go for a week and then call yourself an expert. And for me, the real reason for spending so many months down there was to kind of live the daily life, whether it was boring or not. It wasn't just a permanent vacation, but really to understand the culture of Peru and Ecuador and the whole region, to be able to understand, why things are the way they are, the types of food that people eat, the senses of humor that they have, which is different than the United States. And so actually getting to understand the culture of the region on an authentic, deeper level, I think was really important for me. And so basically after 4 months living there, I'm back here in the office. This is where I work. I don't know if I've ever really shared my office with people too much, but this is kind of where I work. And yeah, so I'm working to basically share the last 4 months with you guys by creating videos, blogs, and just kind of like pulling back the curtains of my experience and sharing that with you guys, and hopefully inspiring a little bit of that maybe your own wanderlust. I think a lot of us, we sit at our desks and we might be putting in 50, 60-hour weeks, And I think there's a little sense of adventurer within us that might be kind of screaming to get out. Maybe maybe your dream job is to be a travel photographer for National Geographic or something. And that's how I felt when I was working in corporate America. And I think that even if we only have a few weeks of PTO each year, we can sort of let out that inner adventurer within us and have these life-changing travel experiences, even if it's only for a week or two at a time. So I hope to inspire people to travel better and to consider the ways that we travel as well. That was another thing that I was so inspired when I was down there, just in terms of like the impact that travel and the travel industry can have on the destinations. Because, I think a lot of companies out there, like you have to kind of I always encourage people to think about like where the money is going. And so if you go to just like a big travel company in the United States, think about the money. It's staying here in the US by and large. Like, of course, they might hire local guides, but you have to think like they're paying for their North American marketing. They're paying for their expensive United States rent. If your company is based in New York City or, Seattle or Denver or LA, like there's a lot of overhead involved with that. And so these large companies, the money doesn't necessarily stay locally in those destinations. And I think one of the most important things about IntroverTravels and the way that I like to, help my clients travel is to keep the money locally. I've met with artisans and tour guides and tour operators down in Ecuador, Peru, the Galapagos. The people who contribute the most to your experience are oftentimes the ones who benefit the least from the travel and tourism dollars. And the travel industry is one of the largest industries in the world. So we have, I think, an equally large responsibility to consider the ways in which we travel and the way that we contribute back into the local communities. And so that's one of the things that I really pride myself in doing with these on-site experts that I have, is that we only work locally. The money stays in the destinations in which we travel, whether it's Ecuador, Peru, South Africa, Kenya, Thailand, wherever it is. I have those on-site relationships, and I'm working even to foster those even more in depth, in order to travel responsibly and to help my clients spend their travel dollars responsibly. And furthermore, when you come with a company like IntroverTravels or other small travel businesses, I'm a huge supporter of innovative travel agencies here in the US and across the world as well. When you, sorry, I just got a message here. When you are traveling with a small company like IntroverTravels or somewhere else, you're supporting small businesses as well. I think it would be maybe foolhardy to be transferring your money to Africa if you're going on a safari. But if you're working with a small local travel agency like myself, I think that it's great to be able to support small businesses and at the same time globally support these other businesses in the local communities as well. And to that end, I also am really proud to offer all of my clients $25 credit to Kiva, which, if you're not aware, Kiva is a micro-lending site that kind of utilizes the philosophy of the idea that entrepreneurship eliminates poverty globally, and it's the surest way to alleviating global poverty, which is something that I support entrepreneurs, and I also support alleviating global poverty. But it's not a handout. It's actually just a micro loan, so they pay it back, and it supports these people to help them support themselves. And so again, that feeling of being able to give back to the community and to invest locally, I think, is a really fantastic way to travel and to feel like you're a part of where it is that you're traveling to. So while my clients are fully able to invest that credit into whatever destination they want to, I always encourage them to contribute back to wherever it is that they're going. I think that's kind of a fun way to get excited about your trip and also to feel like you have some sort of connection when you're down there. So all that's to say that the last 4 months when I was in South America was, like I said, it was the most like inspirational period of my life, both personally and professionally. And over the coming months, this summer, I'm super excited to be sharing with you guys blog posts, videos, and also I wanted to kind of introduce people to the fascinating people that I've met along the way. And some of them are involved in travel, some of them are not even involved in the travel industry, but who have just interesting stories to tell, who maybe shaped in a very profound way, they shaped whether it was my business or my personal life, they had an impact on my life. And I think it's a testament to the people that you meet along the way. And in fact, I did a Ask Me Anything video a couple of weeks ago, and I believe it was Lucas who asked me, how do you meet people as an introvert when you're on the road? And I didn't really have a great answer for that. I was like, I don't know. And I still don't know, but I do know that it's true, that if you just go and you just do the things, you will meet people along the way who shape your life and who shape the vision that you have, the story that you want to tell for your own life. And it certainly did for me. So again, I guess I don't have the answer for like how to meet people, but I just kind of stumbled along the way and I did meet people who shaped my experience there. And so I hope over the coming months I'll be highlighting them in my blogs, my newsletters as well. So you can also subscribe to those if you want. I'll be including a link here if you want to subscribe to receive my weekly, nothing huge, but just like a little weekly newsletter from your pal Jacob, which sounds really dorky, but you know, it's just kind of a fun way to keep in touch with people. And yeah, if you have any questions, and I guess like sometimes I struggle, and I'm actually kind of nervous about being able to adequately communicate. And I actually just posted this in my mastermind group today. I was just kind of spinning my tires, and I was like, I'm a little nervous that I'm not going to be able to adequately communicate just how profound the experience was, or to be able to even like tell the story the way that I want it to be told. Like there's a story to be told in what I was doing, and I just hope that I can use it in a way that's inspirational to people to, you know, to travel better and to consider how you travel, to consider the places that you travel. I'm all about interesting places, you know, checking items off the bucket list. If you're looking for like a Carnival cruise, I'm not your guy. I can refer you to those people, but I don't think that anybody watching this video would be the type that would be going on a, you know, Caribbean cruise. It's just not the jam for most introverts. But if you want to check your items off the bucket list and go to Machu Picchu or go on an African safari, I'm your guy. So I guess all that's to say that like I really want to be able to you know, tell the stories and to share the stories that introverts actually care about. So to that end, if you have any questions about this weird digital nomad lifestyle that I've been doing, feel free to just like leave a comment or send me a private message or an email, and I'll tell you, I'm like an open book. I'll pull back the curtains, which is another thing about my Introvert Travels private Facebook group, is that it's another way that I can kind of pull back the curtains a little bit more and be a little bit more, I guess, kind of like behind the scenes, as well as kind of using it as my office hours. And so if you ever have a travel question, you're wondering like, how should I pack for this trip? Or like, what do you recommend for going to wherever? Post it into the Introvert Travels private Facebook group. You can share travel photos, inspiration. I love good travel photography. So if you've been traveling or you're going to be traveling, share some photos in there. It's just like it's my vision of like a small, tight-knit group of like-minded nature nerds, science geeks, bookworms, any sort of introverted travel addict like myself. Go in there and share it. So I'll share a link here after I'm finished with this video, just so you can join the Introvert Travels community as well. But yeah, I don't want to bore you. I just want to be able to kind of pop in here and let you know like what I was doing. I wasn't on a permanent vacation, I guess, over the 4 months, but it was certainly fun. I got to do a lot of really cool stuff and see some really, I don't want to say the word amazing or incredible because it's kind of cliche at this point, but they were so amazing and so incredible. They were life-changing travel experiences, which is what I share with my clients. And so I'm excited to use the past 4 months of inspiration, hopefully to inspire you guys and to kind of share just a little bit about what it is I was doing, and to encourage people to, if you're sitting at your desk and you feel that like adventurer within you, that little urging to do something really awesome with your life, you know, kind of plant those seeds for you and share and use that experience that I've had for the last 4 months and actually give it to you guys and to make it better for introverted travelers, because I think that it's a different style of travel. It's certainly not for everybody. Like I said, if you are looking for, you know, the Caribbean and Riviera Maya and that sort of stuff, like it's just a different style of travel. And so I'm really excited to share that with people who kind of have that same sense of adventure and want to check off items off their bucket lists. But at the same time, you know, I'm an introvert, so I'm not always going. Like that was a key thing about the travels that I was doing, was it wasn't just like go. I had plenty of time built in to just people watch, to take in a coffee and to just think or write or read. And I think that that's another key aspect of like how introverts are traveling differently. So being able to share that with you guys. Again, let me know if you have any questions about like things you want to know about or read about. And, you know, I'm an open book. So just leave a comment or shoot me an email. So with that said, I'll just sign off. But thanks for watching, and be checking in this summer to see some blogs and videos. I'm really excited to share with you guys all the stuff that is amazing and just life-changing about South America and Ecuador and Peru and all that good stuff. It truly is a phenomenal place, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. So thanks for watching, and talk to you soon. Bye.